Also ahead of Monday's flood report, the Local Government Association of Queensland has been meeting in Bundaberg to better plan for future natural disasters. I spoke with the LGAQ's Greg Hoffman earlier. Greg Hoffman, we've just heard from residents near the North Pine Dam who say they received no official warning about flooding in January. In your submission to the flood inquiry, you identified that there is no clear protocol on who should be responsible for alerting the community on dam releases. Who do you think should be responsible for that?
We believe it should be the dam operators themselves, for the simple reason that they're best placed. They know exactly what has to be done and when releases do start. That information is critical. It needs to be in the hands of the people who are going to be affected. So it makes sense that those people who are responsible for the release know when it's happening, are charged with the responsibility of passing the information on. And it's not difficult to set up networks to ensure that that information gets immediately to the people that need to know, not only the residents that are affected, but also the necessary authorities to respond and assist with any of the consequences that might arise.
The next wet season is drawing closer. From the discussions you've had with councils there at the conference, how ready are local authorities for that?
Councils have been working very diligently and intently on reviewing their planning systems, the disaster management plans, so that they've responded to the learnings of last summer. They're definitely getting themselves prepared. The thing that we're dealing with as an absolute priority is improving the information to the community. We've got to engage the community better and make certain the community is informed. And a lot of the time spent here at the conference is discussing the best way to do that.
Yes, in terms of that communication, the LGAQ has suggested the use of good old-fashioned town sirens and for everyday language to be used when communicating technical weather advice to people. How confident are you that the interim report to be released on Monday will heed those things?
Well, I certainly think they will, and already in advance of the Commission's report, we've started communications with the Bureau of Meteorology to discuss how that might take place. Last summer they were under incredible pressure given the number of incidents that were happening at the same time statewide. So we're looking to ensure that what they do is translated into language that the community can readily understand, and we've got the mechanisms in place to get it out.
How important is it that the government and other agencies respond quickly to the Commission's initial recommendations?
It's essential. The community has high expectations of the systems that protect them, and the Commission's recommendations will need to be responded to in a very effective and efficient way. It is a joint responsibility, a responsibility between state government and local government, and our conference is talking very much about the community's role. We're talking about resilience here. What can people do to help themselves or to make sure that they know what they need to do as part of the system?
And are you expecting governments to have to throw some dollars behind making communities more resilient?
Oh, I think so. If we have to do increased training, we have to engage the community, we have to put in place improved information systems, then that's going to come at a cost, and certainly the state government will have to assist. But in truth, it's a task that will take a little longer than just a few months to get right. We'll tackle the most pressing issues right now, and keep going, because no matter how good the system is, you can always make it better, and that's the challenge we have for the long term.
Greg Hoffman, thanks very much.
My pleasure.